right, Danjo, would you like the honor of doing the second?
The honor.
Yes. Reaching into that really small Red Hood helmet.
That really small helmet.
This really small, almost skin tight Red Hood helmet.
Truly.
I've heard the horror stories of wearing that thing.
Yeah. So if you guys go into the comments of the original Batman Nightwing video, I'm sure you'll see a lot of comments talking about how form fit and small the helmet is.
Hey, for like your first Red Hood helmet on that is really impressive. So,
Hey,
Like a
you know
Scotsman,
what?
killed it.
yeah,
It's
it's solid.
all right.
You're right. It's completely solid.
It's rock hard, literally.
This comes from @RealPMaker on Twitter. If you could live in any fictional universe, what would you pick?
Ooh. Oh, I like this question.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if I could live in any fictional universe.
There's two. There's two that I'm debating between. That's Star Wars or Star Trek. Both have to do with space, and both have interstellar travel, and that's why. Star Wars more so because you get to tap into the Force, or you have the option to. With Star Trek,
Some people do.
right? Yeah. With Star Trek, that's not a possibility. So that's why I'm leaning a little bit more towards Star Wars. Yeah, I'll go with Star Wars.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
I'd want to be a part of Star Wars so I can traverse the galaxy and wear cool clothes.
What would your occupation be within the Star Wars?
I'd be a
Yeah.
carpenter.
Like
Nice.
like the guy who played Han Solo.
Yeah. No, I would be. I would want to study the ways of the Force. I'd
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
study the dark and the
I
light.
was gonna ask, which faction do you think you would be a part of? But it sounds like Jedi would be the one you'd relate to most
I
closely.
think I'm a Gemini, so I would go in between.
What if you weren't Force sensitive? Would you be like Han
I would
Solo?
I'd probably be a smuggler. I would either be a smuggler or a scavenger.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool, like Rey.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Hello, Ray. How about you guys?
I feel like, are we going in order?
No,
Sorry. We're not going in order. Okay.
yeah.
Whatever. order.
Jump in.
Okay. I feel like for me, it would have to be. I would love to live in a world of magic, and I feel like there's no better world of magic than Harry Potter. It might be just because of like my lifelong dream of always wanting to be a little witch. So like I would love to be
It would
like
be
Hermione.
so dope to go to like a magic academy though.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like imagine if like you lived in a world where you just like grew up, you reached a certain age, and it's like, all right, now you go off to a magic school and you learn how to like
That'd
be
be
a
pretty
freaking
sick.
awesome ass like mage, basically. Like that would
That'd be
be
pretty sick.
amazing. Yeah.
What if
like
you weren't magic sensitive, or you had any?
if you were a muggle,
Yeah.
that would really
Or
suck.
no match.
Friggin' muggle.
Yeah, that sounds like the making for a great story though.
Yeah.
Facts.
But no, I think it would suck if you were a muggle, but I feel like, I mean, there has to still be people that I think are making the everyday things that need to happen in the world happen. I feel like that's where kind of like the muggle's role would be.
Is there a way that a muggle can't perform magic, but is there a way that a muggle can get a device that can do magic things for him? Like create some sort of kind of like the dude in Incredibles 2, or I'm sorry, not even out yet. I haven't seen
Not even out.
In the
the
future?
guy that's in Incredibles, who's the bad guy, but he didn't have any powers, but he made
just
things.
used it. He used like objects.
Not that I know
Okay,
of.
I was wondering.
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe potions, but like that's
Oh, I
still. There's still some magic that's required in making
Gotcha.
potions and stuff like that.
I would even say too, like I wouldn't be surprised if in that universe, like if there was some sort of overpowering mage who was maybe capable of creating objects that could work for muggles.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like they're like, you can use this object, but you only can do this when you have this object. Like
Or you
that's
can be
it.
like Mr. Filch and just be the janitor.
Yeah, true.
I have two. All right.
Okay.
So the first one. So my second one's like my runner up, but the first one is the world of Pokemon.
Oh,
And
that'd be cool.
Because basically what you said and what you said both are contingent on the fact that you are lucky. It's
Right.
like
True.
roll the dice.
That's
and
true.
do you have Jedi powers, or
But
are you magic sensitive?
But in my universe, I'll still be able to travel interstellarly.
sure.
And like
True.
that is a big plus for me.
Sure. Yeah.
A big part of my world relies on me being able to do magic. So
Exactly.
Totally fair. That's
you,
fair.
You can get totally screwed out
Yeah.
of that. But in the world of Pokemon, all you have to do is go to the store and grab one of those little balls and then throw it at some animals in the woods, and those animals become your slaves.
Oh,
So I mean,
they're my pets. It's different.
they're your pets that you get to fight other pets. It's really the Pokemon universe
It's
is
violent. It's so
Yeah.
violent.
It's pretty dark and violent
it's
when
like
you really
dog.
think
It's like
about
dog
it.
fighting.
Yeah, it's
Truly, it's yeah.
it's kind of effed up. And if you actually,
Mike Tyson's like,
Damn.
oh my gosh, if you read the actual some of the bios of some of the Pokemon, you're like, this Pokemon makes really good stew, and you're like, wait, what?
yeah, that's always so sad.
Wait, they don't talk about that in the cartoon.
Yeah.
The way they eat Pokemon, yeah, they eat them.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Read some of the bios you read in the descriptions of the Pokemon are just like
Yeah, that
some
would-
crazy stuff.
That'd be heartbreaking. I couldn't do that. Like, oh.
What would be the second one?
The second one is the world of Full Metal Alchemist because again, it doesn't. All you have to do is be willing to learn, and then you can learn how to do alchemy. And basically, I could turn this mug into something completely different. I can create something out of nothing, and those powers are pretty OP.
Those are pretty
The
dope.
law
Those
of
is-
equivalent exchange.
Yeah.
What about a historically accurate Assassin's Creed?
A historically accurate Assassin's Creed.
Geographically, and historically accurate. Would you have any interest in being one of those in that universe?
No, not really.
Okay.
Being able to do parkour like that would be freaking cool, though. You get places so much faster. Like, I gotta go to the
Sure.
grocery store, just leap over some buildings,
Sure.
and you're there in like 3 minutes.
There's a lot of stabbing.
There's a lot of killing.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
stabbing in the Assassin's Creed universe, and
A
I
lot
need
of inconvenience.
yeah. And there's like stab.
true.
I definitely
Yeah.
don't want to get stabbed by any small knives or.
What
or-
about stabbing? You probably don't want to stab.
I don't
many
want to
people.
stab anybody either. But if I sick my Charizard on you, that's another story.
'Cause
He's
he's
the
doing
way
it.
he's doing the dirty work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you could get a lot of different uses out of Pokemon too. Because if you had Charizard, like use Fly to get everywhere.
Exactly,
I
I
would
just-
totally do that.
Jump on its back and literally it'll transport me wherever I need to go.
Yeah.
Like you'll have your Pokemon, of course, that you love, like your pets, but then there's some that actually could prove like a legitimate use to you and benefit your quality of life.
Almost
Would
all
you
of
have,
them can.
Would you have a pet like Pikachu that's always out of the Pokeball?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think so. I just don't know which one it would be because I'm not like. It's funny because we both play the game, and you look at both of our 6 Pokemon that we have, and they're just super different. Like, mine are all like the super badass, like sharp features, like fully evolved, and then hers are like cute little, the cutest one she could find.
That's
With
hilarious.
like a few little badass ones thrown into the mix for good measure to protect me.
She's like, oh, I got this one because he's cute. I got this one because he's cute.
But see, there's nothing cooler than seeing like a Fennekin that someone like chose to not evolve, and it's like level 100 and destroys everyone, and you're like, all right, yeah, like that is a cute Pokemon that will destroy any Pokemon I have. Got
Fennekin's
it.
a little firefox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Fennec fox.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The world of Pokemon, but
Yes.
also creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
to give
that
my.
is pretty dope.
Do you guys have any runner-ups that you would throw out there? You said Star Wars and then Star Trek,
Star
right?
Trek, yeah.
Pokemon was actually one that I was thinking of as well.
Yeah?
Mainly just because I really would want to have Pokemon pets. Honestly, I just love all of it. My house would be full of Pokemon.
See, you asked if you would have like one Pokemon that just lives out of the ball. Like for her, she would have all of them outside
Like,
the ball.
have you
And
guys
your
seen-
house would be just like
Yeah. Have you guys seen Ace Ventura? You know
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
goes to his apartment?
Yes,
That would
yes.
be my house. Like,
Nice.
you'd walk into our house and be like, these are all of Angela's Pokemon.
You just see a giant Gengar. Like these things are big too. It's just-
you need a big ass house, dude.
yeah.
Yeah. Danny would be very displeased.
Yes. Be like your Gengar crapped on the rug again. It's not cool.
Not cool,
I
man.
imagine him doing it and just looking at you like,
But
what are
that
you gonna
creep
do?
is-
Yeah, just.
What about you, Jeremy? What fictional universe would you like to be a part of?
I'd say Star Trek just because it's in the future, interstellar travel is possible, and it's literally just living your life. And I would be a filmmaker in that universe.
Yeah, it literally
because-
is just exploration.
Yeah, it's just literally now in this world, real
Right.
world in the
Yeah.
future.
Right.
Basically.
Except
Awesome.
isn't there like no like concrete form of money? Like it's sort of like this
Great.
utopian society where like it's
Dope.
perfect. Like so
I mean, that's fine. Like everything else is cool. Like, oh yeah, Pokemon and stuff like that. that's cool and all, but like you're always having to go up against stuff.
Yeah.
And
true.
your
You
life
have
is
to
always
fight
in
things.
Yeah, you're always in danger. Like
Yeah.
That is
if
true.
I pick Star Wars, I will always have to worry about an empire trying to take us over.
That is
If
true.
I'm in Star Trek, I'm probably not going to join the Academy. I'm not going to join the fleet. So I'm just going to live my life.
Yeah.
Except be a filmmaker. Except filmmaker in space. That's cool. And
Yeah.
I'm just living my life.
That'd be really cool.
But if you live in the Pokemon universe, you could make films and then use your Pokemon as your grips and as your
my God.
like literally it's just like all right
Charizard as your drone.
yeah
Or like if you had if you were in the Harry Potter world, you could like just make your camera levitate and film yourself. You would.
Levitate.
I mean,
Oh,
not
bro,
not
game
like,
changer.
Oh my God, you
Yeah,
wouldn't even
that's
need
actually
someone to hold
pretty
the
dope.
camera.
If I had magic.
True.
But
Yeah.
I know in Star Trek I can do anything I want.
Yep,
Good point.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Being a filmmaker in the Pokemon universe would be pretty cool.
Like being in
Yeah.
the Star
Pretty
Trek
dope.
universe, I'm not banking on anyone else but me. So there
Fair
you
enough.
go.
That's
fair.
true. Don't ever be a red shirt in that world either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
oh
That's
man.
tricky because I wouldn't know what shirts to wear.
You're like on your first mission. You're all excited.
I
Sitting
thought
there.
I put on my
Yeah.
green shirt today.
You're like,
Oh,
no.
boy.
Oh boy, not a good day.
You're
God.
literally you're on a ship going to a planet with 3 of like the most famous people like on the ship, the highest ranking officers, and then there's you, and you're like, oh crap.
I just imagine Jeremy being like, you know, guys, in honor of this special occasion, I wore my special brown shirt today, and I'm really excited about it. And everyone's looking at you like, that's red, Jeremy.
You
You're
got
like,
a red shirt on.
crap.
And then Jeremy looks up at straight into the camera. Oh my god. I need to get out of here.
Can I leave?
I want to make a short about a red shirt that's like that rebels and it's just like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
There needs to be a Star Trek movie where like the red shirt is the main character and is like
Yes.
super OP.
The red shirt is the underdog and he avoids death every time.
But-
super
like,
narrowly, like Jon
barely.
Snow.
But then
Yeah.
it ends with him dying, and you're just like, well, damn, what did I watch that for?
What was the point of this movie?
Like you see like giant things just like coming down. He's narrowly escaping.
And then he trips over a rock, hits his head, and he's done. You're just like, wow.
Yeah, something really
Yeah.
or he drinks like bad milk or something and dies of like food poisoning. You're like, what?
What a way to
That's
go. out.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take it really dark, and this is like super dark, he
we
could
go.
get like a terminal disease, and then he
About
dies
to
from
say that.
That's something they do in like Family Guy. Like they cut
That
to
is
like a scene of
something.
and they cut the scene of him
Yeah.
in a doctor's office. And he's like, I have some news for you. You have cancer. He's just like, the movie just ends.
Oh,
And then
wow.
He's like, what was that?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that to our audience.
No, I
Me neither.
wouldn't. That would be sad.
Before we move on to the next topic, just wanted to say thank you guys, everybody, for watching and supporting. If you guys want to see an extra episode of HawkTalk every month, we're offering on our Patreon. Be sure to check that out. Patreon.com/IsmaHawk. All right.